Hey, it's about 10 to 7 on Super Bowl Sunday. I'm here to meet PK and Thanh Nguyen at Lost Creek Beach. I've actually never fished here because I rarely come south of Yaquina Bridge because I hate going through Newport. So I only come down here for special reasons, and of course fishing with PK and Thanh is a very special reason. So we're trying to stock up PK's mom's freezer, so we're hoping we can catch today. I don't usually come out at dark either because I like for it to warm up, but I always make special allowances for special people. And obviously PK's you know, celebrity in the Oregon coast, so of course I'm going to make time. Swell energy is about 1,000, and to be honest with you, I didn't really look at the tide conditions or swell conditions because as soon as PK says we're gonna go here, I just kind of show up. All right, so I see two cars here. That's definitely PK's white truck, but there's actually 3 cars here. Oops. There, it looks like Young's here too. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's another guy. Why do you guys like fishing in the dark so much?
It's good to see you.
How you doing, PK? How you been, man?
Good.
Good to see you. Yeah, it's dark as hell. Oh man, the beach is cut off.
This is rough.
It's not too bad today. It's supposed to be like 1,000 energy, so it's not that bad.
For us, it's not bad.
Well, for us, yeah. But dude,
I have a very low
1,000 should be okay though. But man, there's not much beach here though. Mr. Anderson?
Yes, sir.
I'm Jay Kim.
Jay,
Yeah.
nice to meet you.
Yeah, you're Jay Kendrick's friend.
Yes.
Yeah, how'd you do yesterday? Did you go back in the
Terrible.
afternoon? Terrible. How did you go back in the afternoon too?
Yeah, we went back. We went down to 12th Street yesterday afternoon. And
Oh, how'd that go?
Nothing.
Nothing. It's been pretty dead since the king tides. How you doing? All right.
I went to Long Beach.
Huh?
I went to Long Beach on Friday.
Oh, Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you do anything? You got 5? You must have got some big ones then.
Got one decent one, the other small.
Yeah. What'd you use it for bait? Clams? You're a clam guy. Hi, what's your name?
I'm Tracy.
Tracy, I'm Jay. What's your last name, Tracy?
Miller.
Miller? Are you part of the Oregon Surf Perch Club?
No.
You're not,
Buddy.
dude. Huh?
Yeah, I'm just his buddy.
He's not even on Facebook.
No.
He's one of those.
That's the only reason I joined, was to join the Perch Club. It's well worth it, I guarantee it.
Well,
I'm sure. All right, so this is my first time at Lost Creek. The difference between here and Moolock, I would say, is that there's a lot of small rocks at the top, but it's definitely a much steeper beach than Moolock. So I can see the waves are breaking right here, so it actually looks pretty good right here. Yeah, this is a much steeper beach than Moolock. All right, let's see how bad it is. So I'm gonna play it a little safe since I don't know this beach. It's a lot more, it's a lot steeper than what I'm used to. So I'm just gonna play it safe for a while. This is a lot steeper beach than Moolock, so I can see why people like this beach. So Thanh said they got some here yesterday, but every other place they went, they were kind of skunked. So let's see how it goes. Just right away on a steeper beach is, it looks like the waves are gonna crash right on top of you, but the steepness of the beach kind of prevents that. Also too, the backwash is a little bit less because there's not as much volume of water behind you because the beach is much steeper. It's just, again, interesting. My first experience here. 1,000 energy day, and standing in the water is not really a problem. I'm standing a little bit back though because I don't know this area very well. And there is a drift from right to left right now. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, including PK. All right, you got to reel in because I got too much of a drift from right to left. But when you fish with people, you get to cover a lot more beach, and then what happens is if someone gets a bite or gets a fish, then we all crowd around. Hey, Rob's got one. All right, yeah. Good job, Rob. Okay, so now everyone should be crowding next to Rob because he caught the fish. So,
fishing the last way, man.
huh?
He's not casting very far.
Yeah, he's not. Oop. All right, so this is why you got to be careful when on the beach.
Just keep an eye on things.
Yeah, this is a big hunk of wood that just moved on the last surge of swell. So you definitely don't want to be standing in front of something like that if it gets pulled out, because you're going to go in with it. So you can see the log moving now. So that's why you got to be, oh, now it's going back out. So, you know, that's why you got to be careful with these things. I think we've been here about half an hour, maybe 40 minutes. Other than Rob getting his one fish, none of us have caught. Looks like PK's given up. He's going to go home already. He didn't fish very much, but I think he just was glad to be out on the coast and in the water for a short period of time. But he's got things to do, he said, and he's got to take care of some responsibilities at home. So unfortunately, he's going to leave pretty quick. PK's taking off. So I'm hoping I get a chance to fish with him one more time, because we didn't get really much of a chance to fish today. So we'll see how it goes. So let's see, what time is it? So it's about 8:50. I'm guessing we stayed here about an hour and 10 minutes. Only one fish, who was Rob. He got it on like his third, maybe fourth cast. I had 2 bites. I think Ton actually got a small one that he threw back. But Yang didn't get any bites, unfortunately. So, you know, it was very slow action again. And again, it's just been this way since the king tides, where it's been very slow for me. I've gotten skunked several times, and today. I don't know if this is repairable or not, but here's an abandoned crab pot, Wade Creek, if you want it. Okay, so it's a little bit past 9:30. It's about 9:35. Just left Lost Creek fishing with 5 other people, including PK. Only one person caught one, who was Rob Anderson. He's Jake Hendrick's friend that we happened to meet there. But he Ton did actually get a small one too. I take that back. So those are the only 2 that caught. We were there about an hour and 15 minutes. So the nice thing about coming to the Newport Lincoln area to go surf fish is that there's other opportunities here, such as crabbing or jetty fishing or rock fishing. But Ton and Yang were actually going up to Big Creek Reservoir, because they actually saw some really big monster trout being caught up there. So, you know, again, you don't just have to fish in the ocean when you come to this area. Really awesome today here. Again, 1,000 energy day though, so that's what I would expect. But it looks like the breakers are pretty close by. So it's raining a little bit. Down at Lost Creek, there was a wind that came up, but man, it was really chilling. At Wade, I don't feel any wind at all, so it's much more pleasant here right now. So again, it's about 1,000 energy day, and you can see I'm standing in the water. I'm up to my knees right now, and again, I wouldn't do this on a 2,000 energy day. So it's just nice being out when conditions are much more congenial to safety, because then you don't have to worry about going down as much. All right, this is my first cast, so let's see how it goes. So I did change baits. I have gulp and top and bottom, and I do have the knockoff in the middle now. So hoping we catch on the knockoff. We still haven't got any fish on the knockoff from anybody yet, but there's only been about 3 or 4 people who have used it. So one thing I do notice about the Santiam rod is that, if you remember, Jay was showing us what he uses for the handle. It's funny because it feels slick, but then when I try and move my hand on it, it's actually doesn't slip at all. So I'm pretty sure that's a lot better than my cork. So I'm using a claw weight now because I just gave away all my Sputniks, so got a strong drift from right to left, but I'm not used to having my rig move so much. Switching to a claw weight, I'm probably casting twice as often now as I would with my Sputnik because of the drift. What I mean by a 1,000 day, where I kind of stand on the edge of the water, you can see that the swells are just breaking right out there, and I'm very close. So I would not do this on a 2,000 or 3,000, definitely not on a 3,000 day. But you can stand very close to the water's edge so you can get a little bit further cast. And I don't know if it helps or not, but there's a bunch of birds right here, right in front of me, and generally they're not this close. So I'm hoping that's a sign that there's food out there. To the claw weight, and this is a 3-ounce claw, and I use a 3-ounce Sputnik. I didn't realize how much longer my cast landed with the Sputnik until I went back to the claw. But I'm casting at least 2 times, and I think it's actually I'm casting 3 times as often as I would with my Sputnik because of the drift. So I'm just trying to find a place where it's drifting less now. When we were here the other day, it was about a low 1.5 foot low tide, and all this beach was exposed. And then if you remember, my remark was that if you're casting up there and casting into that water, it's going to be Snag City right next to the houses because of all the submerged rocks. So again, that's why it helps coming back here at low tide, so then you can figure out what to do on the coming tide as the water comes up. I did find a place that does have a slower drift right to left, so my casts are lasting a little bit longer, but they are still drifting. Okay, so it's been about a half an hour, maybe just a little bit over. I think I've got in about maybe 10 to 12 casts. A lot of them were south of me because of the drift, because now I'm probably casting half the time I was before. So but action's slow, nothing going on, no bites. So I'm going to start fishing my way back to the parking lot and head home because the wind's picking up and it's kind of, again, very chilly when the wind hits. 50 minutes now and conditions have changed. You can see that there's a lot of shallow water before you get out to the breaking waves now. Whereas when I first got here, the breaking waves were just about in front of me. There again, it's just interesting how conditions change just in a short period of time. And again, going back south, there's a strong drift here from right to left. I kept going south as I'm working my way to the parking lot, and then all of a sudden I find a spot where my rig stays straight out. So it's going to spend a few minutes here, but again, action's been pretty dismal, so I don't expect much, and the wind is getting really chilly now. All right, I'm going to bag it because great conditions coming up this week. So I'd rather come out when conditions are a little bit better and it's not so cold. So about 45 minutes total that weighed, but I'm thinking about half of them came in a 15-minute period when the drift was so strong, and I had to recast very frequently compared to what I'm used to with my Sputnik. So but then I found a couple of dead spots on the way north and also a little bit south. So that's what allowed me to get in more time per cast. We're finding the spots where my rig didn't drift as much. But I definitely want to get back to my Sputnik.